the lead pastor, some people did all HR and finance, others did all team development, others did all campus development. We all did different things, but there were a few things in common that we reported to the lead pastor and we held a second chair role. We really were that whole Mike Bonham leading from the second chair. The majority of us, it was that under the lead pastor, highly confidential, intense leadership development roles. That's what we all did.
So let's talk about this though. When it comes to that term second chair, it's got its own dynamics, and there's a beauty to that. What are the struggles of being in a second chair role?
Well, first of all, it is one of those books I recommend for everybody.
Mike's
Mike
book,
Bonham's
yeah.
Leading from the Second Chair.
Yeah.
Because I think anybody who reports to the CEO, anybody is in that second chair role should read this book, because it's a really unique position, and you and I talk about this all the time. There's one thing that he calls the deep wide paradox. So part of my role is I have to know a lot of things. I have to have a wide knowledge of things and go deep enough to help, but I don't have to go deep enough that a ministry-specific person would. So I have to go wide and deep. But the other big one, and this happens all the time, is that I have to know when to lead and when to step back, when to lead and when to step back, and it's a dance. So when you're in the room, I step back. When you're gone, I step up. It's a constant dance between the second chair and the CEO.
And that is not gender specific.
No,
Mike
absolutely
would say
not.
that's not gender
Oh,
specific.
it's not, totally not. None of those are gender specific. It's just a
Right.
second chair.
Right, which is really such an amazing, it's a real combination of a strong leadership gift and just a godly dose of humility. There's a conscious...
And submission.
Yeah.
I know can be a word that...
I'm really glad you said it
push
instead
it,
of me. But yeah,
it's a godly submission.
Yes.
To be able to look at the CEO and say, I trust you, I lead you, I'm following you, and you lead me. But when you're gone or you have to step aside, I know you trust me enough to step into that position. And it's a fine dance. It's a very fine dance.
And so the other part of that, though, is now here's the mirror image of that as the lead person, lead pastor, CEO, lead dog, whatever you want to say. That person is used to leading. So when they walk into the room, they're kind of used to their voice being heard.
All eyes looking at them.
All eyes looking at them. All eyes wanting to know what their opinion is.
Their final verdict, yeah.
And so what I have found is that part of the beauty of the dance is to not do that all the time. That's making it sound like I've got this figured out. I don't mean that, but there's a place there where if there's a second chair, then there's a first chair.
Right.
So there's a place where the first chair can actually, in the room, yield to,
correct,
submit to the second chair, who actually knows more about X issue. I think that's a really important part of the dance.
Most of the time, the second chair knows more details of the issue. And so a good relationship between the first and second chair is for the second chair to inform the lead of the details to help them make an informed decision. But it's a part of leadership development. That's what you're describing. Is
Yes.
if you are the one that only makes the calls, you're not raising up the next generation of leaders. And you've been really strategic about that. Not just with me, but other second chairs under you. It's important for you to train people how to make decisions.